Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Damien and this is Never Enough Boating. Now in the previous episode, we've ripped this motor out of the Bertram on the starboard side. We've rebuilt it and we've started it and she runs like a dream. Now on the port side motor, we weren't going to pull it down, but I'll show you why, my reasoning to why I'm going to pull it down. Now on the front of the block, you got your front housing with your water pump in it. Now they got two seals in it. One at the back that stops the oil from going into the water, and one at the front that obviously does the opposite, stops the water getting into the oil. Now when they fail, there's a little telltale sign right there, and it comes out at the bottom here. So while I was cleaning this part prior, stripping the motor, there was a little screw in the bottom in there. I don't know if you can see the threads in there. So I ripped that out. Now that told me that there was a problem with this boat motor at one point in time. So they might have been out fishing or cruising and they noticed it started getting hot. It was pumping coolant straight out. So essentially when this is running, it's going to be squirting water straight out of here. Now, if you're running it long enough, it's going to be a fair bit of water lost. Now, by putting a screw in the bottom of this, the water's got to go somewhere. So where's it going to go? It's going to go in the block. Now, I've stripped this motor down for that reason. Now, there was a lot of rust on the crank that we've cleaned off, so it's not as bad. But if you look further down where we haven't got yet, there is a lot of corrosion and rubbish in there. Now, if they would have put the screw in to get them out of trouble, got the boat back to the ramp, got it home, or in this case, back onto the rack, dropped the oil, cleaned it out, filled it up with new oil, ran it, drained it out again, put new oil, this wouldn't have happened. So worst case scenario, they could have wasted $100 in oil, but they didn't. They left the water in there and this all was rusty. Now with rust, you get like a little sandpaper grit when it falls into the oil, and what happens, it starts wearing out the bearings. So it's essentially like sandpaper scoring up the metal. So what we're going to do, we need to now, I have inspected these three main bearings. They are good. Luckily we caught it in time. Now we have to strip out the main cam. We've got to take the crank out so I can get under there. I'll steam clean the whole block, and then I'll further inspect the bearings to make sure they're okay. If not, they will be swapped out. Same with the cam bearings inside here, the journals. Now with that motor, obviously we didn't take it this far because there was obviously no water in the block. That was the original motor. If you look in the previous video, we ended up changing them over. But if we flip this over with one hand, there you go. The block of the bores are in fantastic shape. There is a little bit of scoring, but nothing you can grab with your fingernail. So we're going to hone these out, and you can see they're very mirrory. See that? So that just tells me it's done a lot of idle time. It has done I think 1,800 hours. So that could have been a lot of trolling time, idle time. So that's why it's very glazed. But we're going to hone that back out, give it a nice honing in there, and then I don't know if you can see it, there is still in a couple of them the crisscross. I don't know if you can see it in that one. So we're going to put new rings in it, new bearings, and then this head here obviously was in good condition. There's no signs of rust in any of these valves. I will check the valve stem seals. If they're no good, we'll change them out. And the valve guides. So I might just send this down to the head place where I got the other one done. That way we can smash them both out and we know they're both been finished. But that's it. And on the top half of the block, this is how you know it was the cam seal. So this is the back of the motor. You can see the rods are in good nick. Starting to get worse. And then as you get to the front, look how rusty that is. Look at the bottom. Same with the front one. A lot taken out. And even the rockers, you can see it was sprayed a little bit up there. And as you get along, it gets more rusty and rusty and rusty. So a little bit of maintenance. If you get that telltale sign on your boat, as soon as you see it, rip your pump off, refill up the water, change your front seals, flush it a couple of times with new oil, and should be good to go. If you leave it, it will get rusty like this. And same as the lifters, wherever the water will get, it will stuff everything. So if you look at the top of the lifter, see the rust on there. So everything is going to get cleaned, tested. Now, don't follow my advice. I'm not a mechanic by trade. I just like to have a go with everything. Now, if you're doing this at home, these are very good motors to learn off. I'm actually having a lot of fun using these motors. You can just get a manual with all the instructions on everything, all about the motor, the legs, the lot, specifications, how it's got to be, and they're fun to build. So that's it, guys. So just something to show you. Waiting for parts, it's going to be at least, I think, a week and a half before we get any seals. We drained them all out on that one, so they've ordered some more. And same with the bearings, they're going to take a couple of days. But that's it, guys. So here's just a little update video of where we're at. And I'll show you once we get all the parts what we're going to do. Alright guys, take it easy.